So, you should have known better because I had zero gag reflexes as I was doing it, so. He also talks about how he roofies me on the road, and I'm fully aware of that, and I pretend to drink it, and I pretend to fall asleep anyway. Because that's what bros do. By the way, I love Cody's not denying, like, I seriously got evicted, because my place got sold. My place was, I can't fucking afford anything, I'm kidding. Landlord sold the place, they're like, we're gonna keep you as a tenant. Drinks there, psych! I knew something was up, so I went to go shake his hand, and it was like shaking hands with a bowl of pudding, like that's how fucking, like serious he was. I was like, I knew something was up, so I want to thank Cody for sort of keeping me around. I appreciate that. Yeah! Thank you for Cody, serious, everybody. I gotta say, Dale was talking about having dating someone with a daughter daddy fetish, but he forgot to say the best part, if you have somebody that has like a daddy-daughter fetish, is that if you just don't want to see it anymore, you just tell them you're going out for smokes and then never come back. I'm just so happy to be out right now. Like I can't believe it's like we can fucking do shit again. It's fucking wild. Like I've been traveling again, doing shows in small towns, and I fucking love doing shows in small towns. Because they think I'm going to rip into them because I'm from the great metropolis that is Prince George, British Columbia. It's wild, like I'll go to Smithers and seriously, I go into the venue, just check it out. This dude runs up to me, timid as fuck, like, oh, I'm so sorry to disturb you tonight, sir. You were gonna make fun of Smithers tonight, were you? No! What can I say about Smithers? I'm from Prince George. Ha! You guys got breathable air here. Doesn't hit the same. Besides, I like Smithers because it's a lot like Banff, but with more cocaine and less STDs. But there's still people that try to flex on themselves and act like their town's better than anyone else, and they're like, I'm coming out of the bathroom, on my way to the stage, this woman stops me dead in my tracks, hand on her hip, I'm like, oh fuck, we got a level 4 Karen here. And she goes, hey, before you go on tonight, were you gonna talk shit about Smithers? I was like, no, I had no intention. Till now. She's like, good, Tom, you know this. He needs her back in 2010, filming The Grey. He had her sushi. He went on Leno and said it was the best sushi on the planet. We gotta say that, Prince George. Flips me off and walks away. I'm like, holy fuck, what do I do in this situation? Because I can't look like a punk ass in this situation. So I go back to my memory banks and think of all the great celebrities who've been to Prince George. Like, oh yeah? Well, back in the day, we had WWF superstar Shawn Michaels in town. He got stabbed at the Cowboy Bar. So checkmate on that, Smithers. I'm just happy, I'm super happy to see everyone out and about. We can fucking do shit again, which feels fucking fantastic. So of course I want to take the pace of the show down to absolute crawl right now. We need to give somebody a shout out that didn't get the props during this lockdown that they deserve. We're going to do that right fucking now. Don't get me wrong. First responders, doctors, nurses, you deserve all the praise to land in the world and then some. But somebody got zero credit this time, and we're going to give it to them right now, and that's Pornhub. Right? Because here's what happened. March 2020 happened. The government's like, stay the fuck inside. We're like, how long? We're like, we don't know. Pornhub's like, here's 3 months of premium for free. Go nuts. We're like, oh my god, that's amazing, Pornhub. Thank you so much. I can't believe we're back like this. Then we look at our other old friend who's been through us through thick and thin, like, hey, Netflix, what do you got to get us through this fucking lockdown? Like, oh, you won't believe what we got. We got a documentary about a dude that owns a zoo. And shouldn't. He's a drug runner. He seduces straight men with crystal meth into marriage. He's a country star who wants to run for president. His arch nemesis is a fucking animal rights activist who murdered her husband and fed him to a goddamn tiger. to and just be doing great, but let's be real, we're not. This is fucked right now. I'm so like I look downstairs, like the dumpster fire that's happening to America right now. And like in the span of a month, we have Roe versus Wade gets overturned, and the Uvalde Police Department refuses to go into a school shooting. Like right now, the American judicial system is about as reliable as that, iPhone charger you bought from 7-Eleven 2 weeks ago. It's gonna let you down. Those two are more connected than I thought originally, because actually, if anything, right now, you want to fuck the Uvalde police officer with Roe versus Wade, because you're not going to come inside anybody. I fucking love you guys. But I was thinking back, like, how do we get to this situation? So, like, looking back, I have to figure this out by looking back through my own lens. So I'm like, okay, let's go back to where my life began before we figure out why everything got so fucked in this world. So we're going to go back to the spring of 1981. You have Diana Ross and Lionel Richie, the two greatest powerhouses in music at that moment, trying to write a song called Endless Love. And they're knocking it out of the park until the bridge. They don't know what to do. And they're struggling for weeks. And they finally just dial it in and send it in. Do you remember the bridge for Endless Love? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 18 fucking times! These two powerhouses just phoned it in and just wanted a final project, which why it makes sense that was probably the song it was conceived to. It was number 1 on October 10, 1981. They're like, oh shit, this is what we got? Okay, we'll try again with my brother. After that, no, we're done. That's all we're going to do now. But then after I was born, I would introduce the most important man that I would know for the rest of my life. No, not my dad, Joseph Smith. Like, fuck this guy that, right into this world's going to raise you. No, I was introduced to Mormonism right out of the gate. Like, I came out of the vagina and boom, here you are. Like, my parents signed me up for, Mormonism the same way that they signed you up for Columbia House back in the day. Except instead of having to get 10 CDs over the next little while, I had to pay 10% of all my earnings the rest of my life. Which I didn't do. But I'm still kind of more embarrassed by the Book of Mormon on my shelf than I am the Ace of Base CD I got from them. But it's true, I was born into the Mormon religion, so I joined the second longest running book club in America. But right away, I didn't believe it, because there's on top of the usual, misogyny, racism, and homophobia, there's other things I didn't quite believe. Like one time I'm drinking a Pepsi at youth group, and this guy almost literally slaps the fucking Pepsi out of my hands. I'm like, why'd you do that? He goes, because you can't drink that. That's a sin. I'm like, how's that a sin? It's got caffeine in it. Well, I just watched you eat a Mars bar, Jeff. And chocolate has caffeine in that, I'll tell you that. He's like, well, it's a little different because it's only a little bit of caffeine. So what you're telling me, Jeff, is that I can have a little bit of cocaine, but not a lot of cocaine. And he's like, I'm not saying that at all, but I was already 2 rails deep at that point, so who cares? Though it was wild too, they had all these wild, crazy rules. For the first time, actually, I'll tell you, the first time I thought I was gay was when I was in the Mormon religion. Straight up, because Sunday school, they teach horrible shit. For example, oh, by the way, women, we have to dress modestly. I'm like, why? Oh, because we show our shoulders or too much legs, guys will want to jump us, and that's our fault. I'm like, am I gay?